Yo. What is good? What is good? We are back. We are back. How is everyone? Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Let me move you guys over here. Oh shit. Hello, hello, hello. We're back. My chair's not broken this time. Look, this is me sitting down as low as possible. As far back as possible. This is me as low as possible. Too small. Hello, we are in the new house. We are in the new house. Like up the stream before we get started, guys. Like up the motherfucking stream. We're going to give everyone a couple minutes just to make sure everyone who wants to be here is here. Then we will get started. But like up the motherfucking stream. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Consistency. Every single day this week we are going to be live, trading in front of you, answering your questions, breaking down the charts live with you every single day for about 2 hours a day. So, like up the motherfucking stream. Like up the stream. We are gonna get started. Hey, Mike. Hey, Terry. Let's get some hellos in the chat, guys. It's been a while since I've seen most of you people. So let's see some hellos. Yeah. I'll read your name out. Hey, Elizabeth. Best self babes. Is that you, Stacey? Mark, Blake. What is good? Mike, Terry. Who else is here? Let's see some hellos before we get started, guys. You know the score. Like up the stream. Say hello. Introduce yourself. We are back. We're better than ever. In the new gaff. In the house. The first house that we own. Hello, Gabriella. Graham. Dan. Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Glenn, what's good? We are live on YouTube right now. Join up the stream. See you there. Hello, Dan, John, Mark, what's good? Diesel, hello, hello. USD Swiss franc moving now, but still a crap trade. Hey, Powell, how's it going? USD Swiss franc is moving now. Oh shit, yeah, it is moving now. Yeah, we were looking at this trade before, guys, but we didn't take it because it's still kind of choppy, right? It's still kind of choppy. Gonna take it if it's a good one, maybe an educational session today, probably. We'll see how it goes. George, how's it going? So yeah, as you've probably heard, Iran, Israel, all that shit, US bombing Iran, Iran retaliating by bombing camps in Syria, I think, or something. Israel still bombing Iran, you know, all back and forth, all that shit. lots of talk about World War III, lots of involvement from North Korea trying to get attention, Russia, China, Pakistan even saying that they would retaliate for Iran if Israel nuked them. Lots of shit going on. But this always happens, you know, from my experience. The last time we had a war, 3 years ago, the markets were a little bit fucked. But more importantly, what happened was a lot of talk of World War III, right? A lot of it. It's just everyone panics, everyone worries, everyone stresses about World War III on the horizon and stuff like that. So, you know, if this is your first war that you're kind of experiencing with trading, World War III probably isn't going to happen. So, yeah, you know, it's just panic. But it's still very serious, so the markets do react to it regardless, but there's a little bit of fear there as well. So, what's going on? Right? We were looking at a trade here. You know, you can see this. We had a, you know, technically this entire thing is an accumulation, but you could argue if you go to the 5 minute that we just had an accumulation like this here, then pushed up, manipulated, which technically closed outside of it, but really didn't. Then came back in, inversed the 15-minute fair value gap, and then that would be the reason to take shorts, right? That would be the reason to come down to here. You know, and we also paired that with our bias, which I think was bearish as well. You know, respecting a 4-hour fair value gap over here. If we just draw this out for you guys, you know, respecting this one. You know, overall pretty bearish on the 4-hour, bearish on the 1 hour. Bearish on the daily even as well. You know, technical close above this, came straight back into it and just dancing around it now. So there is a bearish bias here is basically what I'm saying. But trade, we didn't take it because it wasn't really like outside of the accumulation range. You know, I think we all said this in the private Discord, like everyone was saying it's such a tight range, it's still a tight range, it's still technically accumulating, so it's not really a valid trade. So we didn't take that, but it is seeming to go in our direction as of right now. When we first didn't take it, it went against us, as you can see, which gave us a little bit of, you know, we were happy because we avoided a loss there, but then it reversed and now it's going back down. But this is probably just New York Open. This is probably just New York Open because obviously we've had the war. This is the start of the war, the worsening of the war, getting worse, right? The war is getting worse, bigger, scary, stuff like that. So this is our first reaction. This is the first New York Open we've had since America bombed Iran. So we're going to react to it. We're going to have a little bit of fear. If you watched yesterday's YouTube video, we studied what happened with 9/11 and the invasion of Afghanistan and what happened with the Ukraine-Russia war that started in 2022. We looked at how gold and stuff reacted to that. So we're probably going to get an initial reaction now, today, maybe even not a massive one today. But if we do, it will end tomorrow. You know, after a few days, it'll just go back to normal anyway. But yes, so we didn't take this, but it seems to be even consolidating even more still, which is a good thing for us because if we're not going to take this trade, we can take one when we decide to push up like this, right? If we do something like this, we can take that trade. In gold longs, yeah, gold's completely reversed again. But it's been very indecisive. You know, you can see that here. Like we started the day very bearish. You know, we came down all the way down to here. And then just slowly ramped up. Melted again at 1 o'clock and then came straight back up. So it's a little bit messy still. You know, there's no clear direction. People would say that it's bullish because of war, but, you know, overall, probably not. Now today, maybe, but after that we get in, like after the initial reaction, we just kind of consolidate again. That's exactly what happened with Afghanistan. That's exactly what happened with Ukraine and Russia. It had the initial pump. Gold even dipped actually when we invaded, when the US invaded Afghanistan 20 years ago. It actually dipped. It only went up for the Russia and Ukraine war against the dollar, because the dollar was seen as more of a safe haven then, because it was a war that at the start the US wasn't really involved in. Again, this is just going back up as well, but yeah, so we'll see an initial reaction, but then it'll just calm down and go back to normal anyway. Is basically what I'm saying. But yeah, we do need to be a little bit more careful today. We are still going to be looking for trades just as usual. I think there are a few good setups on the way. Euro JPY seems to be decent. To be fair, Euro JPY, what's the bias on this? Oh, it's bullish. So you can't really take a trade here, because I was just gonna say, we do have something right here. You know, it could play out, but it's against the bias. But volume is very low compared to in the private stream. Let me fix that. It might also just be you, because my mic hasn't changed volume. But this should be a little bit better. Let me move it a bit closer. This should be a little bit better now. But yeah. So gold is flying. Wagwan people. Me mongering. Bias on GU. GU I think is bearish. Pretty mixed, but bearish I think overall, right? We had a massive gap down over the weekend. Then filled that gap. Took the lows. Bullish, you could argue. It's bullish. I think the weekly might be though. The weekly's bullish as well. Yeah, I'd say this is bullish now, to be honest. There is a fair value gap right here, which has already been respected, to be fair, so we've got to ignore that. I'd say this is bullish. I think the target would be these highs right here. So if we go to the 15, look for something. Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. Hey Marcus, how's it going? Right. Okay. So that's a bit of the war stuff, you know. There's been a lot of shit. We could spend hours talking about what's going on over there and what all the different countries are saying. We did that with the private stream in the weekly prep yesterday. So if you missed that, it's your fault. I would say to join, but there's no spots at the moment, so you can't join. But more importantly, is anyone seeing any setups? I can't really see any at the moment. Is anyone seeing any trades, anything they want me to look at, any suggestions, any ideas that you can see? USD Swiss franc is continuing down to this liquidity now, and we decided to stay out of this trade. EU setup. EU. Let's have a look. Ooh, is this bullish though? No, technically not. It's bearish. Okay. First, these took that low, retraced, filled the gap. There wasn't a gap. Well, it filled this gap, but then tried to continue down. Didn't take any lows out. I think this would be the target, right? What's the daily look like though? I think it's respecting that, so bullish. But the 4 hours bearish, the 1 hour's also bearish, so it's pretty mixed. We could take sells if we get them, to be fair. So what we're going to do is we're going to set an alert right here. and see what happens. Quite a big push, so it's going to be hard to, you know, sustainably invest that and still be a valid entry. But we'll see what happens. We've set an alert. We'll see what happens. We're respecting a daily fair value gap, but the 4 hour and the 1 hour are both bearish short term. Wow, Bitcoin, what has happened? What has happened? Let me check the fundamentals. Anyone know what's happened? Has something mad happened, or, you know? Trump to the Department of Energy, drill, and I mean now. Everyone keep oil prices down. I'm watching. You're playing right into the hands of the enemy. Don't do it. Oh my days, what the fuck? What the fuck? He's just told everyone to keep the prices of oil down because he's watching. Oil shoots down. And Bitcoin somehow shoots up. Does the strategy apply as well to indices? Yes, it works. It was actually made on indices. It was actually made on indices. There's the news release that we had. So now we can kind of trade properly. If we do get any setups, we had PMI for the US dollar there. Wow, this is quite fun. This reminds me of Elon Musk in COVID. You know, with Dogecoin and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true, Glenn. That is a good shout. This is crazy. So that's why that's just happened. Trump fucking up the markets. Wow, that's crazy. Just banked 350 pips on gold. Nice work. You can thank Trump for that. Nice to take profit as well. We need a banger. We need a banger. It's about time that we have an absolute banger, isn't it? We haven't had I haven't really been live that much. I think the last time I was live and we had a banger was I haven't been live since 2 months ago almost. So April really was the last time we had a banger on stream. I did trade a few weeks after that on my own, but they're not stream bangers. We need a banger. It's been a while. I think the last proper good trade that I can remember is probably the 1 minute chart on gold. I think the last time we were on the 1 minute chart on gold, or it might have been GJ, I think we caught a perfect reversal. Beautiful trade. We need a banger. It is about time that we have a banger. Well overdue. So that explains why that's been messing around. Because Trump's been just fucking tweeting shit. Euro USD is probably our best bet at the moment. You know, we've got everything here right now. Gold needs a retracement, to be fair. But we're not. Whoa. Whoa. Fuck. You're going to see a lot of TikToks of that. You're going to see a lot of fucking TikToks of that in a minute. Yeah, I mean, right now it probably is bullish, Mike. But if we inverse the fair value gap, then I would say it's bearish. You got to think like, you know, if we did inverse it, it would be bearish because we've got an IFEG, we've got the 1 hour respect in it, we've got the 4 hour. The only thing is the daily. Best bang I've seen you do is that GJ trade when you wasn't streaming. Was that with the Discord? I think that was, yeah, I was in the zone then. To be fair, with that, what I think is different as well, there's like kind of like a line, there's like a, you know, there's pros and cons to each thing, because with that, I could take the trade and then just completely forget about it. Whereas if we took a trade now on stream, we take the trade and then we have to sit here and stare at it and watch it until it plays out, which can cause you to do some stupid shit sometimes. So I took a few trades. One of them was break even. One of them was quite, well, 3 of them in a row was quite good. Straight to take full take profits. Now, if I was on stream, I probably would have made less, maybe even closed out of the trade early. Because I think if you look at some of those trades, there's probably like 1 or 2 areas where if we were live, we probably would have gone IFEG against our trade, so we close it completely. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I was able to ignore that because 1, I wasn't paying attention, and 2, you know, I didn't have that pressure. But which trading strategy do you prefer? My one. GBPJPY. That pushed down quite nicely. Yeah, I was just about to say that backle. Why is the take profit though? That's the only issue. You know, and that's, yeah, we're gonna have like a 0.5 R. We could use this for like up here if we form it. You know, and that gives us a 1 R, which is still low. But like up the stream, guys. Like up the stream. Like up the stream. It's been a while. It's been like 2 months. Like up the motherfucking stream. We're consistent. Back to it every single day this week. We will be live. Could you not go for the 4 hour fair value gap? I mean, shit, we are in a 4 hour fair value gap, which is bullish. I think that's what the contradiction was before, wasn't it, when we were looking at it. EU though looks a little bit different. Euro JPY. What's set an alert? GJ doesn't look too bad, to be fair. GJ doesn't look too bad. There is 15-minute fair value gaps here though. GBP CAD doesn't look too bad. If we can get a proper little push up, like proper little, you know, thing, that'd be nice. What's the bias on this? Bearish on the daily. Kind of bullish on the 4 hour. The 1 hour is bearish as well though. Let's see what this gives us. Let's see what this gives us. I think this could be the move. This is probably the best looking trade in terms of like the accumulation stuff that we've been getting. We'll keep that one. Oh, what? USD CAD as well, but I think this kind of goes against the bias, doesn't it? You know, I think there was this trade. Well, it goes with the bias, like because we've had a bearish move. We were bearish. I think someone was suggesting like a buy position here. You know, I think someone wanted to take buys here because of this IFEG that we formed, but it was against the bias, so we didn't take it. I don't know who that was. I think it was in the private Discord, but someone wanted to take this. We didn't because it went against the bias, and obviously that was the right thing to do. I think GBP CAD is our best bet here. That was me. Yeah, the bias was bearish. Let's respect the 1 hour for like also USD cut buys. Oh, 1 minute. I think this is probably our best bet. Here, we've had the push up here, guys. We've had a bit of a push up. This is obviously a 1 hour candle with no bottom wick. To be fair, if we can form a fair value gap and inverse it, it'll be pretty hard to inverse it and keep the bottom wick, but keep the fact we don't have one. It'll be pretty hard to inverse it without forming a bottom wick. If we inverse it though, that'll be a nice little trade there. Hopefully we don't push up too much. If we push too far up, it kind of then just becomes probably, like an issue of probably not going to inverse it without having a massive move back down. GC moving nicely, yeah. But like up the stream here, guys. Like up the stream if you're happy that we're returning with the 5 streams a week. Back to it properly. Like up the stream. Is GBP CAD bullish on the 4 hour? That's what I was saying before. Yeah, kind of is. The daily's bearish though, and the 1 hour is also technically still bearish at the moment. So the other thing is there's no proper there's no A plus trade. USD CAD ready soon for buys? I don't think so. Yeah, we'd have to inverse this first though. Or if we form one down here, inverse that instead. I think we might just start consolidating again. And it's a Monday. It is a Monday. There's no rush. There's no rush to take a trade. I like this. This is my one at the moment. If we can inverse this for this will be, the one we take probably. If we can inverse it, we'll see how we go though. Because right now we have no bottom wick on this candle, which means we're probably going to come back and form that. Now, maybe not in this 5 minute, maybe even not in the 15, probably in the 30, probably in the 1 hour, because the thing is here, we have, I think, a 1 hour with no bottom wick, right? We need to form that at some point. I still can't believe this. what, 15 minute? Yeah, that is true. We'll see. We haven't formed one yet, so, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but we'll see what happens. I think this is our best bet at the moment, guys. Tell you what, you know what we haven't played in a while? Geoguessr. We haven't played Geoguessr in a while, have we? Geoguessr. Do you fancy a game of that, guys, whilst we wait for the trade? Set up if you guys want a game. Let's have a look. It's been a while, hasn't it? Let's see. I think I'm not signed in with the right account. Or am I? Who is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Josh? Anyway. Campaign. Right. Let's have a couple games, right? I think we've got an alert set. Oh, no, we don't. We'll set an alert on GBP card. We'll have a little 5-minute game of this, then we'll go back, right? We'll have a couple rounds of this, and then we'll go back and see what's going on, right? So guess where this is. You know, if you haven't played this game before, you gotta look around, guess what country this is. If you're feeling frisky and risky, you can guess what place in what country it is from. Anyone? Is it Mexico? Someone said Mexico. The Philippines. Someone fucking crashed their tricycle. What the fuck is that? Shit, we got 10 seconds. Fuck. I think it might be Mexico. Oh, someone said Philippines. They were right. Let's have one more round. Where's this, guys? This looks... Okay, so this is America, right? This is obviously America. This is definitely America. Oh. Where about in America? Canada? Maybe, yeah, that's also a possibility. Canada? I think it definitely is like around these areas, like this kind of area. Like this. Maybe. Close. It was America. It was America. Oregon? Where's Oregon? Complete wrong side. Australia. Right. What's that say? University? Is this? This does not look like a university. Right. This isn't in English, so it's not American. VAR. It's not. Okay, so it's not American, it's not English. Why is it blurred his face? Is the guy who took this, is this just a dude walking around? Or is it a truck? Like, I know it's usually a truck, but this doesn't look like somewhere where you can drive. Where's this then? Where's this? Bulgaria. You just search up these words into fucking Google Translate or something. Bulgaria. That seems wildly specific. Close. That was close. Turkey. Right. There you are. We had a little warm up. We'll leave that now for a little bit. Go back to the charts and have a look at some trades. So, has anyone seen anything? There were some pretty good games then. The first one was absolutely shit. We got completely wrong. The second one, we got what? Like, I think it was New Hampshire, and we got like somewhere in Canada, on like the eastern Canada. USDJPY. EU and Geo are sweeping on the highs. Whoa. Oh fuck. What's happened? What's Trump done again? What's he said? Doesn't look like he said anything. Euro JPY is on the move. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! We could take this. A little bit too many. messy for me. To be fair, it hasn't mitigated this fair value gap. The daily's bearish, we know that. Fuck. Swept liquidity, respected this, then came up, formed a fair value gap. Didn't sweep liquidity again though. That's the only contradiction I don't really like. The risk to reward ratio isn't that good either. That's the least of our concerns. Right now, I think we still kind of need to come up and take this because that was the first thing that's happened, right? The first thing that happened was we formed this fair value gap, came back up, didn't take the highs, but formed an IFEG. So I think we might still just go up and take these highs. So I'm going to leave that. On Owanda, there's no 4 hour. That is weird. Ah, fuck. I don't know. I don't like, obviously, the risk to reward ratio, as Mark said, isn't the best. Someone said USD/JPY, I think, didn't they? Yeah, Merlin did. Not much here. There is this kind of accumulation here, though. If we invest this for like, we could take that, but there's one right there, so we'd have to move to break even or invest them both. Yeah, I don't really like this because it hasn't took liquidity. Like, it's... What do you guys think? Tell me your opinion. If you're going to take this trade, tell me why. If you're not going to take this trade, tell me why you're not going to take this trade. I want to see your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? Why does it want it? I don't know. I don't know. Look a bit messy, no real liquidity taken to get a big move. That is exactly my thought process as well, Curtis. We'll let it play out. I think also 15 maybe. No. We will let it play out. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to take this trade because my boss is on the shop floor, so I can't monitor it. Big move already occurred. I mean, yeah, that was over here. We've kind of chilled out since then. So we're not taking this trade. It's too late now anyway. We've took liquidity. I swear, if this moves, we asked for a banger. We got a setup. It wasn't really a banger, but I swear if this goes straight to take profit. I was, I think, was it USD CAD? Oh, USD Swiss franc. Yeah, we chose not to take this one as well, and this played out. Maybe being a bit too selective here with our trades. technically had a 15-minute as well, and did nothing after. Yeah, so that's still got to play out as well, to be fair. That is a good shout there, Curtis, as well. Right, so nothing really here. Let's see how this goes. This has got to take liquidity now anyway. If we were having normal price action, like not a distribution move, we would expect that to retrace, but it looks like it's going to just continue down, to be honest with you. I'll be selected the right loss in general. What? And in the meantime, waiting for trades, I've just made my own toothpaste, because that's the random gal that I am. How'd you make your own toothpaste then? How'd you do that? How've you pulled that one off? How to make your own toothpaste. Easy bentonite clay, cow powder, essential oils and bicarb, and some other ingredient I've never heard of before. I mean, fair play. Mix together and store in a jar, and some coconut oil. Fair play. Does not sound easy though. Where'd you even get that? This thing, what is this? Where'd you even get that from? Let's have a look. Oh wow. Yeah, this looks pretty indecisive, to be fair. I'm glad we didn't take this, because I'd be depressed right now if we've just reversed after doing this. I'll find something to do. Yeah. Yep. Fair play. GBP CAD's just continuing up as well. Right. There is nothing here, unfortunately. So I think we're going to call it a day here. Now, remember, I'm live every single day this week on YouTube completely for free. the same time, and next week from now on forever. So if you're looking for someone to trade with or learn from live, this is the place to be. Also, another thing is, you know, the live lectures that we did about a month ago, I'm now posting all of them on YouTube. So I posted the first one the other day. You can go and watch that now. The other two are scheduled to come out on Friday and Saturday this week. So what I recommend you do if you want to get profitable quickly is watch the first live lecture, then watch these trading streams all week, and then on Friday and Saturday watch the other two live lectures, make all your notes together, and then start applying that with me next week in the markets. But we're going to call it a day here, guys. Like up the stream if you haven't already. I'm live every single day at the same time. You know the score. And yeah, that is pretty much it, I think. We've tried looking for some trades. There is nothing here. You know, Euro JPY was a bit of a messy one. I'm glad we didn't take this trade here. You see that? USD Swiss franc was also a bit of a messy one. You know, I'm glad we didn't take it. It could have been a win, but I'm glad we didn't, because this would have just fueled bad trading behavior. So, you know, ultimately it is a win either way. Now, that is it from me. Sorry, Kishore, but I am done for the day. Remember to join the free Discord. It's not free anymore, sorry, but it will be free again very soon. But yeah, I'd say to join the course, but there are no spots left. So instead, what you should do if you haven't joined is just go and watch the live lecture that I posted on YouTube and the Iran war videos I've made on YouTube from the other day. Go and watch those. See you all in tomorrow's stream. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thanks for being here. It's great to see you all here again. But yeah, like the stream, you know, get the word about it. It helps the algorithm, helps me get onto the For You page or whatever on YouTube again. So everyone who was here last time can join back up. But thank you for your time, guys. Have a lovely rest of your day. It's been nice to see you all and talk to you all again. Yeah, have a lovely rest of the day. Bye-bye.